Hello guys, and welcome back to Football Manager 2023, and welcome back to this series, our epic quest across Europe to win every top flight division in the European nations in the game. Currently in nation number 23, which of course is the Ukraine. We are the manager of Zorya in the Ukrainian Premier League. And since you were last with us, we've made one addition to the squad, and it is in the striker position. If we have a quick look at him, it's Serhii Kravchenko. We've brought him in from Karpaty for £50,000. He's on 4.8k a week, so we are now back over that wage budget, unfortunately. But he's reasonable. He is reasonable compared to Konyakov, the previous starting striker. He's a much more technically gifted player, shall we say. He's better in the air as well. He's not quite as good going forward, but I do think it's an improvement. Whether it is or not, is yet to be seen. He scored 3 and 8 in the league, which isn't the best. In terms of where we are in the league, though, we are where we're expected to be. We're currently in 7th position, with a whole host of teams on 15 points. It's very, very close. As things stand, you can see that Shakhtar are clear at the top already with 2 games in hand. So overthrowing Shakhtar is the big challenge that we've got here in the Ukraine. Dnipro are up there as well, so after their poor start to the season, the manager sort of saved himself a little bit. We do have Dynamo Kyiv down here with us. Since you were last with us, though, we did take on the opening game of the season, the opening 2, I believe we did, the 1-0 defeat to Alexandria. We then took on Kitbasher, and it was a nice, comfortable 3-0 win in this one. Kirill Pinchuk with all 3 of the goals for us in a really, really good performance, and it was nice to get our 2nd win of the season. We followed that up with a draw against Metalist, the one that's just Metalist, I believe. Kravchenko got his first goal for the club in this game. Likovitov got the equaliser there for Metalist. So 1-1 in that game. We then took on LNZ Cherkasy, 2-0 win in this one. David Urbano and Kravchenko again on the score sheet for us. We played really, really well in this game. Really stifled LNZ with anything going forward. But then it was Dynamo Kyiv, one of the big boys, and we did unfortunately lose 1-0. It was Gerasimenko with the only goal of the game in the 31st minute. We didn't deserve to lose, really. Looking at the match stats, we were, fairly even. So disappointing to lose that one. Metalist 1925, we did beat 2-1. Alexander Ogakov got the goal for Metalist in the 34th minute. We replied almost immediately, though, through David Urbano, and Serhii Kravchenko completed the turnaround in the 63rd minute in what has to be said, quite an even game. Although if you look at the XG, it's the penalty, isn't it? It's the penalty. So yeah, pleased to get the win. We have drawn our last 2 though. 1-1 first of all against Ruk. Shulga with the goal for us. Romanenko with the goal for Ruk. Again, we've played much better than the opposition and come away with just a point. And then Karpaty 2-2 in this one. We were 2-0 up, which was the annoying thing about this one. Pinchuk and Agaus got us going, and then we conceded 2 in the space of 3 minutes to Klemenko and Kovalenko, and it was rather disappointing to be 2-0 up and then draw that game. So like I say, we are currently sat in 7th place. We are going to do 2 today. We're going to take on Obolon Kyiv first, and then it's going to be Kolos. Obolon are a little bit further down the league in 11th place, but Kolos right behind us in 8th place. Both games away from home as well, so we're expecting a difficult game in both of them. And the lineup that we're going to go with for today, it's a little bit, we are short of players. It's quite difficult here with the lack of players we've got. We've also got a few injuries and suspensions, which isn't going to help. Menachenko, Mazur, the goalkeeper, and Demchuk all out of this game. So we're going to have to go with Kashtanov in goal, very much a standing goalkeeper, 18-year-old Ukrainian. He's poor, even by comparison to Mazur. Bondar is going to play as the right back, again pretty poor, 34-year-old Ukrainian. Urbano comes into the centre of defence as a bit of cover for today. Alongside him is Sane, again 2 of our signings there at centre half. Magomedov comes in as the left fullback for today. He's okay, nothing special, nothing special. Hladky keeps his place in the centre of the midfield, quite capable of playing there. Pinchuk, who of course has bagged quite a few important goals for us this season, retains his place as second volante. Kovalyov, who cannot play as a second volante, but is going to have to move forward into that position for today's game. And then the front 3, Cartagena on the left hand side, on the right hand side, Again, one of our signings, Kravchenko, the new striker. And Popov is going to get a start on the left today. Aguas has been a little bit poor, and you can see that some of the players are lacking really in fitness. The last game was only 2 days ago, so we'll see how we get on. And as we get the game underway, let me know how I sound in this one, guys. By the way, I've moved my microphone. You may notice it's not sticking out of here anymore, it's up there. And I want to see, obviously I want your feedback. Does it sound the same still? Are we still alright? As Obolon have the first highlight of the game, and it is a free kick to be taken by Rudenko. It's in shooting distance. It's a decent effort. It's ended up in the back of the net from Momo. It came back off the angle there of the upright, didn't it? Momo was there for a simple tap in. The question is, was he onside? He was offside, thankfully for us. It was a good free kick, really, by Rudenko. Momo's obviously gone slightly too early. Indeed, he has. But yeah, let me know what you think of the sound quality, guys, with the microphone in a different position. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever moved it, so let me know. It's normally stuck in my face. As we get a highlight now, and we've hit the crossbar ourselves, and Momo manages to get it clear. But one thing I did notice when I was editing the videos is that you can hear me knocking the microphone stand quite a bit. You can sort of hear me swallowing and breathing, and it's not really a good thing. I'm trying to be a bit more professional, guys. So let me know. But Bondar with this one coming down the right hand side switches the play over to his fellow fullback Magomedov, and we've had the effort there, but it's blocked by the defender, and it's ended up behind for the corner kick, which is going to be taken by Popov. Comes over to the right hand side towards that near post, and Sane gets his head on the ball. I think we've hit the woodwork yet again in this game. So with 30 minutes remaining, it's still the 0-0, but we are looking to change that as now Sane picks that up, finds Bondar to Urbano. Can Urbano pick out a teammate? Finds Bondar. Kovliov, of course, playing out of position. Cartagena to Bondar again. It's forced back inside to Urbano. Urbano has been allowed to travel a long way. It's good ball into the box towards Kravchenko, and that was the opportunity for Kravchenko to get on the score sheet. It's a poor header from somebody who's supposed to be good in the air as well. It was a great ball in by Urbano. And now Obolon are looking to capitalise on that error by us, really, as Momo down the right hand side does get the ball into the box. It's head clear by Urbano. Kovliov smashes it clear. That's the central defender in him coming out. It's only Gustavo picks it up, and now Obolon looking to bring the ball forward. It's Myonenko. Ball forward. Urbano does really well to win that in the air. Popov can't get there ahead of Momo though. Now it's Shapoval. Good ball forward towards their Popov, who's in the area, and he's put it wide of the post. That was another good opportunity in this game, and Obolon really should have been capitalising on that one. We both should have had a goal in this game, really. We are massively on top though, as you can see by the match stats. We've had all the shots, and we've only the only team that's hit the target so far. So more of that in the second half, please, boys. Into the final 10 minutes, guys. We've not had a highlight in this second half. We haven't made a double change up front. We've brought Aguas and Shulga on. The Kravchenko and Popov were both having really poor games. Cartagena is as well. Unfortunately, I don't really have an option to replace Cartagena. And after that terrible second half, we have come away with a 0-0 draw. You can probably see just about behind my head that we were the better team in that game, and I really think that we should have won. But a point on the road, I suppose, is not too bad, really. It's not really going to help us. But after that game, we have moved back up into 5th position, which is good, the European places. And I think that was our game in hand, which is probably, barring Dynamo Kyiv, is our genuine position in the league. So I've clicked forward to the point where Dynamo Kyiv play their game. They did manage to draw 2-2 with Krivas, so we are now confirmed in 5th place. Dynamo Kyiv obviously equal on points with us. The goal difference is not quite the same, although I don't think this table, I don't think it's ranked by goal difference, although last season I had more goals than the team above me and I was above them. But this season, if it goes by games against them, Dynamo Kyiv beat us, so technically they should be ahead of us. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, onward to the next game against Kolos, who it looks like they did lose their game, as they have now moved down to 10th place, but it's still only 1 point behind us, so I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back to the second game of today's episode. Away to Kolos. We've got some changes to the starting lineup. We've got some players back from their suspensions. Urbano is suspended though for this game, and the goalkeeper is... Oh, Urbano's actually picked up an injury. I thought he was suspended. 12 days to 4 weeks for Urbano, and Mazio is still 9 days to 4 weeks away. So we continue with Kashtanov in goal. Melnychenko comes back in at the right back position. Sane and Kovliov returns to his centre-back position. Magomedov continues at left-back for us. Pinchuk, Hladaki and Demchuk in the midfield. That's pretty much the settled midfield three. And then it's Cartagena, Aguas and Kravchenko as the front three. So hoping to pick up a win in this one. You can see that we can't actually name a full substitutes bench. Such is how small our squad here is, obviously due to the financial position that we're in, which is why we really need European football this season. And we get our first highlight quite early on here, and it's in the 6th minute, and it is for Kolos though. It's Malinovsky feeding the ball down the line towards Holler, but Pinchuk does really well, comes back and claims that one. Now Sane into Demchuk in the centre midfield, a little bit of room to turn, finds Aguas, the Colombian, comes back to Hladaki. Megomedov on the left hand side, he's got Aguas ahead of him, decides to come back instead to Kovliov, into Demchuk in the midfield. Poor ball forward looking for Cartagena, and Kolos do manage to get it away, but we do get the ball going forward again. It's Sane, Hladaki to Kovliov, bringing it forward. Demchuk this time looks to pick out Cartagena, gets him this time. Cartagena's in, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. You've at least got to hit the target there, son. Come on. It was a good ball forward by Demchuk. Unfortunately, Cartagena couldn't put it in the back of the net, and that was the only chance of the first half that we get to see. Again, we're on top away from home. Kolos have not really offered anything going forward. We've had that one chance on camera, the Cartagena one, where he should really have scored. Nice to see him completing some key passes though, along with Demchuk and Milichenko. But we do need to get the ball in the back of the net. And we get our first highlight straight away into the second half. Unfortunately, it is Kolos with the ball down the line towards Chumak inside the area now. Gets his effort away. It's easily for Kashanov in goal, which is what we want to see because he's not a very good goalkeeper. He is there as a stand-in. We don't want him to be facing too many shots. And now 2 highlights in the same half, guys, believe it or not. It's Hladaki finding Sane, forced back to Kovliov. Kovliov bringing the ball forward, finds Demchuk. Can he pick out another pass? Finds Aguas instead. Good ball forward to Kravchenko. Can he score? He does. He puts the ball in the back of the net. Kravchenko. We finally see a goal in this episode, guys. Was it onside? I think it was onside because we're getting the replay while the VAR check's still going on, because I think it's broken. He's clearly onside there as Kravchenko. It was a really good finish as well, and it's exactly what we needed, because as you can see, we were dropping down to 7th in the table. As things stand, we remain in 6th place, and that weird league table thing's going on again where now Dinamo are ahead of us, even though they weren't before. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I do need to look at the league rules as far as that's concerned. Whether it affects us or not is a different matter. But now Kolos looking to get back into the game. It's Babi, well tackled by Pinchuk, and Melnychenko finds Pinchuk again. Pinchuk into the centre for Aguas. It's cut out though. It was a poor pass. And now it is Kolos coming forward again down this right hand side. He looks to get past Aguas. He gets the ball in anyway. It's headed clear by Kovaliov. Back forward by Babi. And we somehow managed to get the ball away. And it comes to nothing in the end for Kolos, which is what we want to see. And now Magomedov with the throw on the left hand side finds Kovaliov. Just look how advanced our centre halves are, by the way. This is how much we pen teams back in with this tactic that we do use. Kovaliov, switch of play towards Cartagena on the right hand side, should keep it in play and does. Finds Melnychenko, gets the ball into the box towards the back post, and Aguas headed clear though. Headed further on by Babi, but Sane is going to get there. Looks to return the ball. No, it goes back to Kovaliov instead. Kovaliov back to Sane, forward towards Cartagena. He's in behind the defender there. Can he pull the ball across? Comes back to Melnychenko again, who looks to cross towards Aguas. It's again headed clear by the defender. It's really good defensive work by the Kolos players there. And now just look how quick they're breaking on us with Chumak, who does get the ball into the box towards that back post, and they get their head on it as well, but it has gone over the bar. That's one of the things that we do have with us playing so high up the pitch, the central defenders, is if they overturn the ball, we get counter-attacked a lot, which is why you need speedy defenders in this tactic. There is a video on my channel about the tactic as well, guys, by the way, if you want to check that out. There'll be you've probably noticed it already in that corner of the screen, the thing that comes up that says check out my tactic here. Just go and check that out if you want to use it. I've used it 22 nations so far. I did change it up a little bit for a couple of nations, but we'd probably say 19 nations we've used that tactic, and it's done us no harm. We do pick up the 1-0 win though, which is really good to see. Kolos did actually come back into the game quite strongly in that second half. So after that game, you can see that Dinamo did concede a late equaliser to a player called Melnichenko, which means that we move up to 4th place in the table. 2 points behind Dnipro. We've got a game in hand as well, so we could technically go level with Volskla in 2nd place. It does look like Shakhtar are going to run away with it again. I just want to quickly, because I've mentioned it a couple of times, it is results between teams, but for some reason it didn't swap Dinamo Kyiv and us around the first time around when we looked at it. That's going to be it for today's episode though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to come back again 2/3 of the way through the season, which could potentially be a Dinamo Kyiv Shakhtar double header. We'll have to see how it stacks up. We'll see where we're at. It's going to be around 20-21 games when we come back, obviously depending on my schedule in real life. Guys, thank you though very much for watching. As always, please do let me know how the sound quality is with the microphone moved in a different position. Please do remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out immensely, like I always say. Thank you for watching. So I'll see you all next time, guys. See you later.